Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be making myself a pot of tea. Now the primary focus of this video is our liver and our kidney health. Flushing it out, removing the toxins, basically detoxing those systems in our body. So I want to show you what I put in my tea. So today, now I use a coffee press because I don't like straining my herbs. It just makes it easier. First thing I'm going to be adding is turmeric, just powdered turmeric, about a teaspoon of that. And I will go into the benefits of all of these things that I'm going to use, but I want my tea to be steeping while we're talking. Okay, so now these are my dehydrated medicinals that I harvest throughout the summer and I put into my mason jars so I can use them throughout the winter months. Now this, it's kind of hard to get out of here. This is horsetail. Horsetail is very, very good for our whole system. It's very high in silica and other beneficial things. And then I'm going to be using dandelion leaf. Now, typically I would be using dandelion powder. The roots are way more beneficial. The leaves and the roots actually are very beneficial for our liver and our kidney health. So that's about how much I've got in there. Hopefully you guys can see that. So a nice amount of all of them. The only reason I don't have dandelion root powder right now is because I've been using it on my dog, and when I went to grind up more of my roots, I broke the blades on my grinder, so I have to get a new grinder. The best time to harvest your dandelion roots is in early spring and fall. Like right now, I'll be doing some more harvesting of dandelion roots at this time of year. So now I've got my horsetail, my dandelion leaf, and my turmeric in here. I'm going to add some hot water, and then we're going to talk about what these things are good for and how they benefit us. I love the golden color of the turmeric. It's just such a pretty color at this time of year. And now I'm going to pop my press on there. And I'm going to set this to the side as we talk. Okay, so horsetail. This is what horsetail looks like. Now, right now, the stalks on this are black because it's already done. It's not fresh. Typically, there'll be a green stalk. But most of you know what horsetail is. It has these connecting pieces in it, and it's very, very high in silica. So this is what horsetail looks like when it's not dried. Okay, so I'm going to get into it with you. Horsetail, what it does, it has remineralizing properties that's great for cleaning the kidney. It's very, very high in flavonoids, tannins, and minerals. Minerals such as magnesium, potassium, calcium, and silica. So drinking horsetail tea, it basically disinfects the kidney and the complete urinary tract system. So it's a wonderful, wonderful medicinal for cleaning that part of our organs. Now, I'm going to talk about mostly what I grow and what I harvest myself. However, there are also things I'll be talking about on here that I do not grow and that I do not harvest myself at this time. So the other thing that's really, really good for our kidneys, actually, let me see if I can grab a little bit. You guys just stay there for a second. I'm just going to grab a couple tops of stinging nettle. Okay, hang on here. So I'm going to grab some fresh stinging nettle that I just harvested from over there, and I'm going to add that into my tea as well. Hang on here. Get that in there, all that goodness. Okay, so stinging nettle. It is great for eliminating through our urine. So it's it also removes chlorides. I don't know if I'm saying that right, from our kidneys. So it helps eliminate and clear kidney stones, and it's just overall detoxifying for our kidney. Where am I here? Turmeric is an anti-inflammatory. It's an excellent antioxidant, and it actually stimulates bile production in our body. So it's great for purifying the liver, and it's been used for centuries for doing exactly that. The dandelion is another great one. It's another liver purifier and detoxifier. It's a super herb or a superfood, super weed. Being it's a diuretic, which means it flushes out the excess fluid in our body, and it's great for digestive health. It's another one that's going to benefit those organs, our kidney and our liver. Now, typically, like I said, I would use the root. Now, if your roots are just in whole form, you have to boil that. You have to simmer it for a good 10 minutes because it's such a dense medicinal. When I powder it, I can add it to my tea, and it's good. It's good to go with the rest of my tea. So, dandelion. Now, I kind of skipped a page. Another one that's super, super good for us that a lot of people don't think about. Now, if you have watched my video on harvesting birch water from the birch trees, I referred to it as a tonic, as a springtime tonic, because the birch tree has so many benefits. Now, the birch water flushes out our system as well. However, you can use the birch leaves, the buds, and the bark to get extra benefits for your liver and kidney. So it's a purifying herb. I know it's a tree, but it's a purifying one. For our kidneys especially, it's actually great for kidney function and helps get rid of toxins as well as bad cholesterol. So birch, like I said, you can use the leaves, you can use the buds, and you can use the bark, and that will help to eliminate the bad cholesterol from our blood system as well. And all of these things, you know, you can drink 2 to 3 times a day. Where was I now? Hang on here. Turmeric. So turmeric is an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, stimulates bile, it's been used for years. Oh, here we go. So artichoke. Did you guys know that artichoke is a beneficial medicinal? It is used for detoxifying the liver due to the properties in it called cynarin. I'm going to spell it so you know the spelling. cynarin. And that is the property that promotes bile and bile secretion, detoxifying the liver extremely well. So, and you know, again, if you're eating the artichoke, again, is still going to do that, but you can also use the leaves to make tea. And when it comes to with the artichoke, you can eat them raw, or you can eat them cooked, or you can put them in tea. Now, if you're using artichoke leaves or artichoke itself for tea, you want to steep it for 10 minutes. It's very similar to a root. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is a wonderful one. I grow thistle, but I have not harvested it. Therefore, I don't talk about it on my channel because I always like to use my medicinals first. So it is used to treat bile ducts. So the bile ducts, which produce our bile, and our liver. So it has been used to treat these conditions in our liver. It has a strong antioxidant that promotes liver cell regeneration. So milk thistle is one of the few that promotes the liver cell regeneration. So it's very beneficial if you already have problems with your liver, to use very small amounts to help restore your liver. Now, for Chinese medicine, I'm going to go through a bit of a list. So they use ginseng, and it's known for increasing liver cell regeneration as well, just like the milk thistle. So ginseng, green tea is really good for our liver. Licorice root's another one good for our liver. Ginkgo biloba is another one, and astragalus. So I have a playlist about kitchen medicinals. So some of those kitchen medicinals much like turmeric, are also good for cleaning out and detoxifying our liver and our kidney, such as ginger, garlic, and cinnamon. Where am I here? So all of these things are out there and they're available to us. Making a cup of tea, like if you have anything with your liver going on, if you have any liver disease, you do want to talk to your healthcare provider, because you don't want to take something that's going to either have side effects if you're on medications, or kidney dialysis or anything like that. Like, I do not know. I am not a doctor. I am just someone who is absolutely in love with medicinals, and I want to share them with you guys. So cleaning our liver and our kidney is really beneficial for our entire system. And a cup of tea solves everything. So here's my tea, and this is the horsetail, the dandelion, the turmeric, and the stinging nettle. Now, when I make teas specifically for certain things in my body, I don't use anything in them. I don't add any honey, no sugar, no lemon, no nothing. I just want the properties of those medicinals going into my body, pure and fresh, just like they were intended. Now, I don't use tap water. I get my water from a natural spring. And here we go. Let's pour a cup of tea. It's something so easy that we can do for our health. And learning about medicinals, you can do all sorts of things to heal your own body with the things that God has created all around us. All of these things have a reason for being here. So isn't that beautiful? Beautiful cup of tea. Okay. Now, oh, that's nice. So I'll tell you what I smell. I smell that little bit of stinging nettle I put in there. I smell the bitters of the dandelion. Again, the bitters, the things that we eat that are bitter, they stimulate bile production in our body. They help cleanse everything out and detoxify everything. Oh, that's hot. And turmeric is such a strong flavor, but when you add it in with these other medicinals, you barely taste it. It's basically the color that you're left with when it comes to the flavor. And the pungent taste of the dandelion and the flavor of horsetail. Now, if you guys have never had horsetail in your tea, it's a lovely cup of tea. It's very mild. Now these are old. I grow a lot of them on my property. I don't know why I've never talked to you guys about horsetail before. Not only does it help our liver, our kidney, it's good for our hair, it's good for our skin, it's good for a whole bunch of other things. So I want to encourage you guys to get these medicinals, whether you're harvesting them yourself or you're ordering them online. Go-tos are, if you specifically want to detox your liver, your kidney, go-tos would be dandelion and dandelion root, the horsetail, milk thistle, and for regenerating the cells, you really want to, so the milk thistle regenerates the cell tissue growth, so healthy cells, and the ginseng. So there's a couple things for you guys to get started with, either harvesting or ordering some teas so you have them on hand. And let's all get our bodies clean by using all of these wonderful medicinals in a simple cup of tea. So I thank you so much for coming by my channel. I hope you learned something new today. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. And tell me, have you tried any of these herbs? Do you use milk thistle? Do you use dandelion? Do you use horsetail? Ginseng, green tea, all of these things. Let's have a conversation down below, and let's start helping each other get healthier as we move forward. We're going into 2026 pretty soon, and there's so many ways that we can heal. So thank you again for coming by my channel, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.